Yo, what up, everybody? What's going on, man? It's your boy Midway right here. Listen, we will be going live very shortly. Just coming to give you a quick update. We finna goddamn get our little drinks and use the bathroom real quick. I promise you, we going live in about 2 to 3 minutes. So tune in, man. Go ahead and share the feed. Send all your people here. Come join the chat. We're gonna be interacting with the chat and everything. Make sure you guys tune in every Sunday, Father's Day show. We're going live in a quick second, man. We'll be right back.
Well, you know what they say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Well, you know what they say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Well, you know what they say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Yo, hey man, what's up with it? What's up with it? What's up with it? We live in the building. Let me check, make sure everything is up and running. What's up with it, baby? Yo, I ain't even goddamn tuned. I gotta,
baby.
Go ahead and put it on there,
baby.
What's up with it?
What's happening? What's happening, man? What we looking like?
We looking real good, man. Talk to people real quick while I get this situated real quick. I gotta do something on the technological side of the game.
What's going on, family? You know, how y'all been, man? Another good week, you know.
They don't even know how they been, you know. The chat room right now looking on zero, but we finna get y'all live, man. Y'all, hey, appreciate y'all for coming in, man.
They gonna jump up in there.
They show hell is, man. We on time, but we late, but we still here. So you know what I'm saying. Long as the good Lord Almighty wants to bless us with his behaviors,
facts.
we gonna be all right, man.
Facts.
Thank y'all for tuning in. It's your boy Midway right here, man. Trying to holler at y'all, keep everything going, man. Thank y'all once again for tuning in on another day of the Father's Day show. We come on this thing every Sunday live. I'm trying to set up something right quick at the same time while I'm talking to y'all. Every day live.
Everyday live. That's what we doing.
Every day live. I'm over tripping. Let me get shit together. I'm over here. I'm running technological switches at the same time. Bow.
He the producer, the director, and the host.
I do everything on this bitch, man. So we got that. We got this. We got that. She don't even want to act right on me. She don't even want to act right. But there it is. Now you gonna act right. Now we got the. See this I ain't gonna give y'all right here. I got a camera set up, and the camera acting like she don't want to do right by me. So when I switch to the goddamn, we got Swaze over there, we got me, then we got this right here, but it don't want to do right. It don't want to act right. See, it'll come in late. So look. So here go Bow, got Swaze, then we got me, then we got this. And it's like a 1, 2, 3. It's a 3-second delay when I bring that camera in, so we got to figure out what that is. But in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna keep it on the thing like this right here. Anyway, man, what's going on, yo? It's your boy Midway. I gotta go introduce again. I got my boy Swaze with me. Episode 6 of Father's Day show. We are in the building. Like I said, please forgive the delay for the switch to the goddamn third camera over there. I might leave it on that camera for the most part, just so y'all can get our gorgeous faces at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Today's topic, man, it was a current event that I was talking about that I wanted to bring up earlier, but I kind of forgot it. I might remember it along the show right now. But today's topic is too far, man. What is too far with your kids? What is considered too far with how we parent, how we vibe with our kids, how we relay information, how we do all things being parents with our children, man. Like for instance, well, before I do that, man, I want to ask y'all, go ahead and please check out the Father's Day show page on YouTube, on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Please be sure to go ahead and subscribe and follow and do all that good stuff that people tell you to do when you're watching YouTube videos and all that bull. You know what I'm saying? Do it if you want. Share it. You know what I'm saying? What they need to do, Swaze?
We need to interact, man. Hit us up, comment, like, share. You know what I mean? Get in there with us. Get in the trenches with us. Let us know what's on y'all mind.
For sure. All day, every day, man. Because genuinely, like shows like this, and when you starting off, and you ain't really got the traction as the big time shows, the people that can pay for all that goddamn production, all that, man. That's what we really competing with, to be honest with you, man. It's more so the dedication that we have as hosts, the dedication we have as entrepreneurs, the dedication we have as individuals to hit y'all every week, man, to put our schedules on hold, to make sure we can give y'all some content that y'all will enjoy, some content that'll be informative, for you guys, man. So we can't grow without, you know, you guys sharing this content, without you guys tuning in. So be sure to go hit that Facebook page, that YouTube page, and all that, man. Follow, share, like, and subscribe, man. But again, if you haven't caught all the episodes, man, you can go to SPMediaTV on YouTube. Type in SPMediaTV without no spaces. The channel page will pop up. Click on the playlist, go down to the Father's Day Show playlist, or for the most part, the Father's Day Show recent episodes tend to pop up once you search SPMediaTV. Also on Facebook, just type in Father's Day Show on Facebook, and the Facebook page will pop up, and you can catch all the video content there as well. So, I mean, without further ado, we're gonna move on, man. Thank you guys for tuning into the Father's Day Show. It's your boy Midway, your boy Swaze over here.
Swaze.
Yes, sir. And today's topic, we are gonna be talking about, like I said, things that are too far with your children. I was hoping I could find that story, but we don't have the story right now, so we're finna go. This is something I wanted to talk about that some of you guys out there in the world might be dealing with right now. It's about sex. You know, everybody like to talk about sex, but when your kids start engaging in that type of lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? When your kids start saying, "Father, you know, I like a new boy at school, and you know, I'm interested in, you know, bringing them over." You know what I'm saying? What's too far? What's the age that we would consider too far to allow our child, son or daughter, to bring somebody of the opposite sex?
Or better yet, even let's switch it up and say, is it too far? You know what I mean? Because we're gonna establish that at a young age, you know what I mean, it ain't a good idea. You know, anything under the hell for me, 15, 16, it's too early. But even going after that, is it too far? You know what I mean? Is it too far to allow your kids, you know what I mean, that freedom to have a partner over to the house? You know what I mean? Your daughter to have a little boy, your son to have a little girl over there. Is that too far for one?
For me personally, I would say this right here. Depending on the generation, y'all, you got my little church, you know, my little church pew.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? Make sure we stay with. I would say it depends on the generation, because the generation that we come from, our parents came from the super restricted era. It was super restricted. Their mom and dad was always in front of them, paying attention to every move that they make. So they brought that strictness over into us, but had some technology of the new world. The internet was kind of new. You know what I'm saying? Being able to reach the world real quick was kind of new information coming in. So it opened up the door for freedom. So we was taught with a mixture of strictness with some liberty in it. But our kids it's like a technology world run amok. So we raising our kids is like,
so it runs what?
It's technology run amok. You know what I'm saying? Technology run amok.
He said runs amok.
Runs amok. So you know what I'm saying? Like, because of that, we got goddamn. Our kids got total freedom, even in front of us. Even if they right in front of us, they can pull up the internet. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about at the tip of their fingers, man.
So it's like, in turn, even if you don't want them in the house, they still got company.
They still got company.
FaceTime,
right?
Right. Can show them titties.
You know what I'm saying? You know, just imagine walking in on your child.
Put them goddamn titties.
Ooh. What talking about scary? I'm going to jail that day. I'm on the way. I'm on the way to the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, so because today's generation is growing up in the technological world, they have so much freedoms that if we as parents may forget that we have to. I ain't gonna say have to, but we should be managing.
Oh no, yeah.
How we.
Well, you do have to.
Expound.
If you don't manage that freedom and, you know what I mean, that liberty that your kids have in today's age, you just gonna allow for them to just, you know what I mean, get that feeling that they could do whatever they want. So now they having, not only are they having people over to the house, but now the door closed, if you feel what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing too, when you're talking about having the opposite sex over at the crib, like, there's different managers different levels. Like, are they coming over to a family event, like a cookout or something? Are they coming over for a little bit more intimate setting, like watching movies?
Or even say they just coming over to the house. You got coming over to the house. You got living room action. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got bedroom action, but then you got bedroom with door closed.
With door closed,
you know what I mean?
and
it's level
okay. So I'm gonna give you a scenario. I'm gonna give you a scenario on what is to see if you consider it to be too far or not. Mm-hmm. You have the consensual age for the most part with parental, consent is about 16, right? For the most part. Certain areas is a little higher, a little lower in certain areas. But just to say, for the most part, 16.
What about in Guatemala?
Guatemala, I think it's about 13. Goddamn, Guatemala, we can go get that butt for a goddamn 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
Hey, they out there. I saw something on got arrested there. Patrice O'Neal said something about some documentary special where they had like 5, 6, and 7-year-olds in the village out there going to get it. I said, Lord Jesus.
That's fucked up.
It's terrible. It's terrible. But so you got your your little 16-year-old boy. You feeling himself. He got eye jeans. He an athlete. He an athlete. 3 syllables. He an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And he out here getting it in, on the field, on the court, whatever, and all the girls like him. He comes to the crib. He got swag. He feeling himself.
So he for every game.
He out here.
They in the room before.
So is it too far to allow your stud son to come to the crib with Lil Sinatra? Lil Sinatra. That's Lil Sinatra. Lil Shiva come to the crib, and you at work. You know what I'm saying? Well, we ain't gonna go that far. Let's say Shiva and your son come through the crib, and she wants some time alone. Well, he wants some time alone with Shiva in the crib, and he closed that door.
While I'm there, okay.
Is he going too far? Are you going too far by allowing that?
Well, first let's establish this with me. If I'm not home, I won't allow. You know what I mean? Boy, my son, daughter. I'm not gonna condone nobody in my house while I'm not there.
Okay.
Because
so 16 is it because they 16 or because you're not there? Period.
Even up to
because that's important.
Even up to being a grown up. I mean, I guess once you're a man, hopefully you'll be out by that time. But I guess once you're a grown up, you know what I mean, then I will kind of allow it. But even up until you're out, you know what I mean, and can actually do for yourself, I don't feel like you should have those, you know what I mean, that you should have that freedom, you know what I mean, to have people over to the house, you know what I mean, while your parent ain't there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even though I did that, you know what I mean. And that's
I'm about to say GP.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. She didn't condone that. And
she did.
As a parent, the right thing to do is not condone it, because what you setting that child up. I got a thing called you pay how you lay. You know what I mean?
Okay. You paying for it?
I mean, sometimes. Okay, that's another episode. But look, I mean, if you gonna be in the, you know what I mean, you land, you know what I mean, you get butt coming through. You want to have that child with the mindset of I want my own. You feel me? So don't get too comfortable laying in somebody else's. You know what I mean? That's why I say you pay how you lay. If I'm paying all the bills in here, I'm gonna be comfortable coming through, laying, having something come through.
Yeah.
But if you not paying bills in my house, then don't get comfortable with having butt coming through.
Now listen,
because it creates bad tendencies and habits.
I want you to know you laying some foundation. I'm gonna challenge you on some of the stuff you said. Right. You said you pay how you lay, and I agree with it, because one thing that we had growing up in GP crib was that she said, you won't pay no bills in my house, you don't get to make no decisions, which I agree with. But what happens when you get of age and you still at the house, but you paying bills now? Do you still stand on that? What if your 16-year-old work at McDonald's part-time and he paying that light bill, he paying that phone bill, or he paying that cable bill at the crib, so he got some say-so in your house because he's paying bill, but he's still 16 and the situation still stays with him bringing over Shorty, Lashiva trying to come through? Okay. Can he bring her over and or close that door?
That buys you. Nah, that's still applies.
See how you going back on your word though? See how you going back on the word now? Because you said he paying how he lay now.
Yeah, but that's only in part. You know what I mean? it's only important in theory, because in total truth, you know what I mean, you still a child, you know what I mean. I don't want to set that precedent for you to think that it's just cool for you to just, you know what I mean, lay around in people's house, because that's not cool, you know what I mean. You don't.
But like I said, he's a star athlete.
Right.
He's a star athlete, so he doing something productive at school as far as with his body. Right. You know, in order to be an athlete, you got to have a certain amount of grades, so his grades at least up to par on the minimum. And then he got the attention of the women, so he's not just a slum out here in these streets.
I mean, but
he working though. He paying the light bill. What you doing?
You even got to go back.
Is it too far to let him go?
Yeah, because you got to even go back to what I said a few episodes ago. I don't condone teen and child sex. You feel me? I just don't condone.
God almighty, like for cheering.
I know it's gonna happen.
16, bro.
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen.
16.
I know you're gonna do it, bro. But I don't condone it, because I feel like once they start doing it and going down that avenue, that breeds the tennis. That breeds bad tendencies. Once you start getting some butt, bro, you stop thinking about other things in life.
Okay, so
I feel like we as parents should deter your child from having early sex. You know what I mean?
I agree. Well, I don't even say I won't even go as far as to say that we should deter our kids, because that's nature. You can't really fuck with nature like that.
Yeah, but
that's like saying you hungry, so deter from eating. I won't say deter from your nature. I just say be responsible. Don't eat all sweets. Yeah. Don't eat all sugary foods. Throw some vegetables in there. Make sure you having a well balanced meal. Yeah. So that's my approach to it, as far as on the level of how you manage. I would say properly manage something like that, like a natural behavior. Right. But when we talk about the issue of too far, what's too far and what's not, do you think over parenting a child's sexual development is going too far? Because children go experience these feelings emotionally and physically with their body. So if you super micromanaging something and not allowing them to express it outside of a hug or a kiss, kids they might start sneaking off. You might have a counter effect where they start sneaking off.
It's not too far to go in the room. You know what I mean? Of course, it's not too far to have somebody over. What is too far is you know what I mean, closing the door. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like that. What I say all of this in understanding that the child's gonna do things behind your back. You know what I mean? So while you gone at work, your kid's gonna have people over. You know what I mean? And that's gonna happen. So I say all of this knowing that that's gonna happen. But while I'm home, you know what I mean, while I'm cognizant of what's going on in my house, I don't want you in my room. I don't want you in my house with doors closed. And, you know what I mean? Just
I got it.
Like that, you feel me? I know you're going to do it when I'm home. You feel me? But while I'm around, I'm not going to condone that, because I don't want to set that precedent for you to feel like, oh, I can just do this in my pocket. Me personally, GP ain't play that. So
yeah, she hit you with the Bible of coming up with the switches.
She ain't play
rip the thorn on how to switch, rip the thorn right off the goddamn switch in front of you, hand bleeding, shit still go to town on your butt. You know what I'm saying? She play no game.
Yeah,
I play no game. You hear me?
I mean, but it gave me the sense and the pride of shit, I gotta get my own. So when I got my own, I was like, you know what I mean? Look,
okay.
Hey, I'm proud of this. You feel me? Now I can go all through here.
All right. Well, let me throw another topic at you. And like I said, you guys, pardon the delay with the camera switching, man. We got a technical issue, but we're working out. Like I said, the show's still developing. We still up in here getting it here. Father's Day show covering topics, hard topics from a father's perspective about how we do with our cheering, or how we interact with each other as fathers, or how we just live our day-to-day lives. So if you haven't already, follow, like, and subscribe. Help this channel grow. Help this platform grow. Help this ideal movement or whatever become a movement and follow along. You hear me? You can be here from the beginning, from the inception. But like I was saying, I want to hear some more other topics though.
Trying to jump on the gravy train.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to bring a biscuit late to the gravy train. It might not be no more gravy. You heard me? Don't bring, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna let you have it.
But yeah, so another topic, I want to hit a couple topics before timer now. Yeah. Another one I got over here is, you know, we talked about the sex and children. I didn't even get to cover it with, like, if you had a daughter, but we'll skip past that and go to the next one. You and your baby mom or your child's mother or whatever doing y'all thing. Y'all together, y'all raising y'all shawty, right? Y'all break up. After y'all break up, you experience a little bit of turmoil, because nobody breaks up for positive reason. They break up for some negative reason, right? So y'all had that tension. Y'all had that negative spirit in between y'all two that caused the breakup.
Right.
And your kid is in the middle of it.
Right.
Your kid's growing older, right? What's too far to describe the issues in detail about what happened with you and the mother when the kid starts asking questions? Because this is something I went through with my son, asking why are you and mommy friends?
Yeah.
Do you and mommy still talk? Do you and mommy still hang out? Why you don't come over to the house? Blah, 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 blah. What's too far to go in detail as far as like too young of an age,
right.
or what's or is it even too far at all to just give them the real information, period, no matter the age?
Me personally, I feel like no matter the age, you know what I mean, you give your child the real. But
no matter the age, so you break up at 2, your kid come after you at 5, and they want to know at 6. Is 6 too young to be like, this what it is?
No, 6 is not too young.
Okay, go deep on that. Explain that.
But the approach I take is the approach that my mom took with me. You know what I mean? It's all in. You don't degrade and down talk your child's mom, because at the end of the day, that's still your child's mom. So they still look and see their mom in the eye, to where you don't want, you know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You don't want to be downgraded and talk down.
Downplay. Yeah.
So what I do is I keep it real with them. You tell them what actually happened without down talking on them. Well, when me and your mom just didn't see eye to eye. Me and your mom, we always argue. We never could get along without saying, oh, your mama a dumb bitch. That dumb bitch could never goddamn listen.
But what if that was the truth though? Can you relay that message to them? Is cussing them out or saying how you really felt in the moment to describe a situation, is that going too far with your kids?
No, it's not.
Because you telling them how you genuinely felt.
If you state that how I feel, you feel me?
I mean, at the time,
instead of saying, making it a factual statement, make it an opinion. You feel me?
Yeah, this is what I was feeling. This is how I felt about the situation
felt like
when
your
I was.
Mama ain't never listen, or instead of saying, "Oh, your mama was hard headed," you know what I mean? Don't say that. So give it a chance, you know what I mean?
And the reason I asked that in that particular manner is because one of the things that I feel is good parenting is being a representative for your kid to show them how a relationship functions for the better. Right. But also, you have to also show them the drama side, so that we don't talk about. Kids can't just see you in all happy places, because they think that that's what's real. Then when they get in the relationship themselves, they not able to see the BS that goes on. They're like, what is this new stuff? I never saw this with my parents. Yeah, but no, hold on, finish. So by showing them the negativity, you show them the real aspect of it, but you gotta make sure that when negativity comes and you show it to them, that you show them how to work through that.
That's what I was gonna say.
So that's what I'm saying. You gotta be. Do you think it's too far to tell them how you really felt and then you tell them why afterwards?
It depends on what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like I said, you don't want to be downgraded, and because you don't want your daughter to feel like that's how a man's supposed to treat her.
I like that. I like that point.
So
that's a good point. You don't want
to do that, or you don't want to teach your son that that's what you do with a woman. So like I said, you keep it neutral and say, I feel like, you know what I mean, your mom was such and such and such and such, versus saying, oh, your mom was such and such and such. You don't want to make it something that's based on facts versus something that is just your emotion. You know what I mean? Okay, so
let's say you take the approach of explaining what really happened, and you take out the downplaying, the emotional aspect of the situation. You saying that it is too far to I guess introduce how you truly felt? Like, okay, give me an example of what's not too far to explain to your child what really happened, but invoke some true emotion about it. Because we can't just say me and your mother had some disagreements, we didn't get along, because what do you mean by disagreement? Sometimes I couldn't stand your mama.
See, but in this,
what's wrong with saying that?
It also comes in levels. It, like, say you got younger kids that want to know, you know what I mean? you can't just be so blunt with them. Okay, but now you got older kids. As your kids get older, you know what I mean, they still coming to you. Damn, pops, what happened with you and mom? Now you have more room to.
Is it because they're older now?
Because they're older. It's because they're less impressionable now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're more understanding of what you're actually saying to them versus what they're hearing. You feel me? If you saying to a child, "Oh, your mama hard-headed, the bitch ain't never listen," you feel me? All they're hearing is, "Damn, my mama hard-headed and she's a bitch." You know what I'm saying? Versus them being older and you saying, "Damn, that your mama was hard-headed, the bitch ain't listen because I tell her such and such." She never, you know what I mean? It's easier for them to interpret what you're saying to them versus what they're just hearing. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got the statement right here from Alicia May. Alicia May, thank you for tuning in, Alicia May. Shout out to a returning visitor right here. Alicia May said, "I told my son me and your dad were not nice to each other, but he is 6." Okay, so Alicia, let me ask you this then. What is Sway says 6 is a good age to start opening up about the truth, the realities.
How she just said not nice instead of just saying, you know what I mean?
Okay, so
he always beat it, you know what I mean?
So why do you say is I agree the words that she used were kinder, but is it too far to show emotion, to show some type of if you genuinely felt this feeling with me, like this hatred or this real deep aggression towards that person, is it wrong to express, like, cause he was not nice? I mean, it gets the point across for that level, but is it too far to say I couldn't stand your daddy?
Yes, for a 6-year-old, that's too far.
Okay, explain.
Because you don't wanna. Now it's vitriol, and when you saying, "Oh, I couldn't stand your father," anytime that man daddy do something, now that I can't stand is what he hears, and now that's what he festers on, and now he begins to say, he began to, you know what I mean, feel like, "Oh, I can't stand my daddy," versus you saying, "Hey man, what me and your pops going through, it ain't nice," you know what I mean? It ain't you.
Here's why I kind of agree, but I disagree. I agree because when you say something like he's not nice versus I couldn't stand him, or I hated him, I can see how that type of approach can ease the burden emotionally on the 6-year-old. But what I disagree on is that when you express this type of aggression or this type of true who you are feelings to somebody, it allows them to say, this is a new thing my mom is talking about. This is a new thing. This is curious. It allows them to ask why. What is this feeling you having? Why is it there? What is this? It opens them up to the real world, because the world ain't just not nice. The world can be hateful. The world can be painful. The world can be traumatic.
All of it.
And I get certain ages can't handle it for certain times, but who says they can't handle it? Maybe they can't handle it because they're not exposed to it appropriately.
Okay.
Allow the kid to explore that hatred you have, or that disdain you have versus the not nice.
Okay, well, let's put it in these terms. What is so prevalent in our society nowadays? Racism. You know what I mean? How do people become racist? They're taught it. They grow up hearing they parents say, "Oh, they hate that nigger. Oh, I can't stand that nigger." Oh,
okay.
So
I don't know if our Facebook gonna block that.
I know, right there.
Now you gotta go ahead with the hard ER.
Without them even knowing anything about black people, they grow up saying, "I can't stand this person of color because of what my parent, you know what I mean, put into me." So it's the same thing.
But
hold on.
They never explained why.
Hold on. But that's the thing. They don't know why, so they can't say why. You know what I mean? But even in a relationship, you can't fully explain why you hate them, because you also love them. You know what I mean? Like, I hated my baby mama, but I also love my baby mama. You feel me? So you can't really fully explain everything.
I won't say can't now. When you start saying, putting them can't words up in there.
Hold on, but when what you're saying, it all depends on age. You the older your kids get, the more blunt you can be with them.
I agree with that.
Age, they're very impressionable, and the slightest thing you do and say can leave an impression on them that lasts, you know what I mean, that you don't want them. You feel me?
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, though.
Personal story. My son grew up, you know what I mean? As a kid, growing up, he was always with me. Baby, growing up, he was always with me. But as he got older, he started feeling a certain type of way, you know what I mean? And looking at me and not liking me, you know what I mean? And I would try to figure out, like, why this nigga hate me like this? You know what I mean? Why every time he get mad, he blow up at me, you know what I mean? So as he got older, he started talking to me. And he would tell me, because, man, my mom would tell me this about you and would say this about him. I say you did this. And it was because of things that his mother was putting into him. You feel me? And that's why he was feeling a certain way towards me. You feel me? He's impressionable. He was getting the impressions that his mom was putting into his head.
Yeah.
Versus seeing what was actually happening. Now, when he got older and can see for himself what I was doing for him and how I'm there for you, you know what I mean? Now it's different, because he's saying like, damn, what she was saying, okay, maybe it was true for her, but it ain't true for me. Shit, maybe he didn't do for her, but shit, if I call him, he coming. You know what I mean?
So you saying, as it's too far to be blunt to your children at ages like 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Let them get.
But as they get older,
okay.
So my issue is, I guess my approach. I understand the filter we need to have with younger children, and I do use that filter. But I have a thing. I say, once you turn 10. Like, you getting the raw. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care what nobody say about it. I don't care what society say about it. And the reason I do that is because I said this before. Maybe I think I said this on the show. My oldest son was the same age Tamir Rice was when the police rolled up on him, popped him before the car stopped moving. So society don't care about your age. They prove it to you. So because the world that they actually live in, not the world that we want them to live in, but the world they actually live in, don't care about them being young, they gonna treat them as such, as older men. We gotta, as fathers, I believe we gotta stand firm on how we come at our children. We can't be sugarcoating them. When they get, I'm gonna address what Alicia May says in a couple seconds, but when they get to a certain age, and I say 10, some people say 10 is too young to be blunt. I say nah, because a 10-year-old, my son tall. He got my physique damn near, a little slimmer. From a distance, walking down the street, a white woman might get scared and pull a pistol out or call the police on my son pop, because like a Trayvon Martin type ish. Right. So we can't be stuck on a specific age. I believe we shouldn't be stuck on a specific age as what's too far to talk to our children about the real, right? Without feeling like they're gonna be traumatized, because the world is traumatizing whether we talking to them or not.
But see, what you're talking about is separate from what this topic is about. This topic is about in your relationship and in a breakup with the parent. What you're trying to prepare them for is life.
Okay. That's a good point, because I did kind of drift off topic on that point.
That's separate from preparing them to deal with their parent or the opposite parent. You don't want them to look at their parent. You want them,
I got you.
Vitriol or hate that they see towards that parent, you want them to get that from that parent. You don't want them to get it from you, because how you feel towards that parent ain't got nothing to do with them. And I try to tell my baby mamas this all the time, like, we are separate from our child. You know what I mean? We don't have to deal with each other at all, but we can still be here for this child. You know what I mean?
And what you're saying is similar to what Alicia May says in the chat. She says, it doesn't matter how I feel about his father and my true emotions. Right. He will always love his father no matter what I say to him. She also says, and vice versa. So now that can backfire, because sometimes the child will side with the parent that is being talked down about, because the parent is not there to rebuttal. In my stance. And it wasn't that I wasn't there physically or I wasn't there, you know what I mean, around him or nothing like that. She was the dominant parent. He lived in the house with her. So, of course, you get the most input from being in the house. You know what I mean? She got the most, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but he's around her the most. So,
of course she gonna have the biggest impression. You know what I mean? So her words carried a lot of weight versus her just, you know what I mean, letting him find out what I was about for himself. You know what I mean?
Okay, I think we having technical difficulties over here too. I think the live just went off on Facebook, but I will be downloading the second half of this podcast.
Right.
I mean, not on Facebook. I think it just went down on YouTube. I'm gonna check real quick on Facebook to see if she's still acting right. Guys, if y'all in the chat room, go to the Father's Day Show Facebook page and see if the video is still live on Facebook. We've been technical difficulties out today, y'all. I swear to Moses Malone.
And we still in the beginning stages.
Up
man.
in here.
So we just want y'all to stay with us and work with us, man. We'll get it all worked out, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's
For
all
sure.
gonna
You already
happen.
know what it is.
Go ahead and be sure to follow that.
Time.
Even when things are slow, hold on and don't let go. Yeah, man, we in here, man. I'm gonna check and make sure this Father's Day Show episode 6 is still up and running on Facebook because it just went down on YouTube. Let me check and make sure it's straight. We still up on Facebook.
And what it look like?
Let me check real quick and make sure
We still
things are. We good? Check.
vibing.
Check. Let me wave at the camera and see if we straight. See if we on time. Oh, we good. Hey, so man, I don't know what is up with YouTube lately, man. YouTube been acting real crazy on the technological side of the game when it come to us down here on these low-level platforms trying to get our shows up and running. If you're tuning in right now, man, we apologize for the delay we just had. We are talking about, it's the Father's Day show. We talk about fathers' perspectives on life in general, raising our kids, the relationships we develop, and trying to bring that mold back to having fathers being important in our children's lives as well as society, man. So we had a little technical difficulty where the stream stopped on YouTube, but we still popping on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate that, tremendously. Please like and share the content because we can't grow if y'all don't show. Y'all got to show up and blow up. Whatever, any type of little damn sayings you want to say. So back on topic, man. I was reading some Alicia May's comments. Somebody in the chat that's a returning person. She says things like it can backfire if you try to talk about the parent. It can backfire when the kid starts looking at you a little bit down because you're talking about their parent and the other parent ain't there to rebuttal. Also, she says it doesn't matter how I feel about his father. My true emotions will always. He will always love his father no matter what. So here's the thing. I don't want us to get too sidetracked on what we think and believe a kid's emotions may or may not do, because that's irrelevant as opposed to what we believe may be too far. Because how do I know my kid gonna hate me for talking about his mama or not hate me for talking about his mama? That's not something that you can actually know. It may or may not happen. What we need to try to, I guess, find the line to kind of, take that gray area and shrink it down. Is what is too far to be blunt about the other parent or the breakup that you had when those questions come, because those questions for me came at a very, very early age. I'm talking about goddamn like first grade, second grade, they was coming regularly.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Why you ain't at the birthday party this year? Why ain't see you at the birthday party that? Why we gotta have 2 birthday parties,
that's
Daddy?
What you explain it to him. You could explain it to him without, being blunt and without being downgraded and degraded. Hey, son, look, me and your mom, we just not in a good place.
That's together, what I mean. I explained them. I explained it that way.
Without saying, oh, I can't stand that bitch. If I'm in that room with that bitch more than 10 seconds, I swear to God, son, I'm gonna slap the goddamn. You feel me?
I can imagine. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. I can only imagine. I'm gonna play the father. Let's do a little role play. You the son. You goddamn 8 years old.
Okay.
And I'm the dad, right? Mm-hmm. And I had a hellified, heated breakup with the mom. Mm-hmm. And we ride in the car, just came back, from get some fast food. Ask me about, Daddy, what happened? Well, just go ahead and ask me. I'm engaged as the over-aggressive parent. And then after we had this conversation, this dialogue,
so
you not know.
Are your father's not there or something?
I'm the father. Let's say it's a mutual thing. She haven't had the time. I haven't had the time. But your 8-year-old kid interested in why I broke up with your mama, or why mama ain't around, why me and mama ain't together. and you respond how you would as a child. And after we finish this dialogue, we're gonna assess if this is too far, if I was too far with my energy, or if if I wasn't. So go ahead. And if you're in the chat, y'all give us some feedback on if you think this role playing is too far. All right, so we just drive. I'm the dad.
Oh yeah, you driving.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Carlo?
Hey,
what's up, Carlo?
What's up, pops?
Yeah. So what's up, son?
Why you don't spend the night no more?
Hey, I'm about to straight go to the goddamn. Mom ain't passing out their butt like she used to. Mama. Nah, so hey, son, that's a good question, man. Really, I know you when you was like 5 years old. You heard me and your mama arguing all the time, right? You heard me and your mama yelling and cussing and all that. Straight up like this, son. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Your mama, she used to get on my nerves all the time. We just did not get along. I couldn't stand her. I really didn't. I couldn't stand nothing about it. I tried my best to work it out. She was, she was stealing my money from me.
Yeah.
And she was spending money without letting me know. I think the bill's done. Bill's ready to be paid for. We ain't got enough money because she done went and bought some more shoes. So we used to get a bunch of arguments about mismanagement of money. I couldn't stand the way she talked to me. She ain't give me no respect as a man. You know what I'm saying? Son, I'm raising you, son. I don't need to show you that, a man's supposed to hold the family down, represent the family. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't stand the way she was treating me. So I couldn't stand her, bro. I know you love your mama. I loved your mama, but I can't stand her no more. So I had to leave her, son. And I know you hurting, but the truth of the matter is, I hate that woman. Okay. She put me through a lot, son.
Oh, okay.
Put me through a whole lot, and I can't stand her for what she did to me, what she did to you, and what she did to us. Man. So don't hate me, son.
Oh.
But your mama get on my goddamn nerves.
Oh, I thought it was because Uncle Melvin be coming over when you go to work.
Well, the truth be told is, me and Uncle Melvin, straight up, me and Uncle Melvin met your mama when we was in elementary. We knew her all through high school.
Long time.
We used to dog walk your mama. You hear me? We used to dog walk your mama, and that's one of the reasons why. You know what dog walk mean, right?
Yeah, with the yo-yo when you do the
Nah, son. Dog walk mean we used to drag that little pussy. You hear me?
Oh, what?
Drag that little pussy.
Little pussy?
That little pussy.
Oh, Lord.
We used to run her down, but I happened to get her pregnant, and here I am trying to be a man that owns up to my responsibility to take care of you in the household, and she wanted to treat me like I'm the savage, but she was getting gangbanged by me and your brother, me and your uncle.
Damn.
But I held it down for you, son, but it didn't work out at the end of the day, so I can't stand that heifer. Don't disrespect your mama though, but I can't stand her. Alright, so we just had that little bullshit snap. Alicia, Israel over here laughing. Cynthia, hey auntie. So Cynthia says you guys are hilarious. Alicia May says too much. Okay, so here's the thing. Israel says, LOL, you also got to make sure that they mentally ready to receive the level of information.
Bad facts.
All right, so do y'all, what we just did in that scenario, and was I played a father who had a traumatic experience with the child's mother, and the child came to me, an 8-year-old child came to me, the father, to ask why me and the mother isn't together. And there was just I tried to purposely be over the top, but in a respectful way, but still show some emotion. I said, I can't stand the woman. Right. But don't disrespect your mama. Was I too far with my 8-year-old? Did I go too far with my 8-year-old? What do you think, bro?
In some of the words that you chose, I feel like you went too far. You know what I mean? When you speak and say hate, they always say hate is such a strong word. You know what I mean?
Why we always gotta rock with what they say? Like hate is not it's love and hate the opposites. So why we can say love but we can't say hate? We hiding from real life. People hate it out here.
I'm just speaking on me, on what I feel.
Alright,
you know what
people can hate out here now.
I feel like in trying to get the message across to your kid, you don't need to say nothing negative or derogatory towards the other parent. You know what I mean?
So you saying it is too far? It is too far?
Coming from a parent who's had the negative and shit said towards me, who had my son turned against me. You know what I mean? Who had my son blowing up at me every time. When I'm here for you, like I'm the one coming to pick you up. I'm the one doing this for you. And you're still blowing up at me, mad at me for why? But then I find out why. You know what I mean? I get why, because it's stuff that you've heard. You know what I mean? That wasn't necessarily true. You feel me? She was telling them, your daddy doing this when that ain't what I was doing. You know what I mean? and I don't know. I say it coming from having the experience of being that parent who's been talked down on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't take that. Like I said, what my mom did with me, I feel like that's what every parent should do with their child. You tell a child, only thing you say to a child is, "Oh, you'll see for yourself." You know what I mean? Oh, well, how was my dad? You'll see. You know what I mean?
So that approach I did by, and I'm saying, Cynthia says it's more of your emotions for the mother to the child in that conversation. Right. So in a way, she's saying she kind of agrees with you that it is too far with my display of what I did. So
it's not the
fact that I was showing the emotion of what I was saying is too far.
If you was to come and say, man, all you was saying, just in a calmer, you know what I mean, without saying, oh, I hate her, you know what I mean? Just look, son, me and your mom, man, we went through this, we always argue, you know what I mean? We could never get along.
That's literally the same words.
A real toxic situation.
It's the same words I just said, but without man, I can't stand your mom.
Right. You feel me?
As opposed to saying I can't stand me and mama ain't get along.
Right.
But I think that's coddling in a way, because it's not allowing them to understand how you truly feel. What's wrong with them? Why is it too far to say how we truly feel in the same manner?
You speak like that to a child who's still in development. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Who's, like you say, 10, 11, 12, 13, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up there in age, they can understand a little more. Then you can begin to speak more freely in how you feel.
Because they're able to take the information and analyze it better, process it better.
Versus you, that's
what I'm trying to get. Okay, that's
I hate my mama. Now they might look at you like,
hey, why you hate?
What the fuck wrong with you?
All right, so Leisha May says, no one likes to hear negativity about their parent as a child.
Right.
People fight over your mama jokes.
Especially that mother, bro. And you know
that's what she just said. People fight over your mama jokes.
Especially the mama. You don't, hey. So you can say wrong, but don't say it about my mama.
So what it is, and we said that Cynthia's watching on YouTube, parents are a big influence in a child's life, but the only influence in your child's life. So I'm gonna kind of switch it up a little bit, because I can see this is something that can go for a long time, because I'm not afraid to let my children know, once you turn 10, you get raw honesty. You get unfiltered, unadulterated honesty about what's really going on. I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Before we finish this topic, I had another too far, you know what I mean, that I wanted to
go ahead and say it. Go ahead, talk about it.
What I wanted to introduce is, you know what I mean, on the single fathers type side of it.
Go ahead and
about your kids having company over. What's too far for the man? You know what I mean? You're a single man. You got your pad. You know what I mean? What's too far for your kids to see? You know what I mean?
I was about to dip off in there for a quick little bit.
What's too far for them to see?
So let me. I'm gonna try to be a little controversial or throw some borderline stuff out there, right? It's about sex, because everybody love a sex topic, but it's real, especially when you a bachelor, you living on your own, and your kid come over.
Right.
Hard fucking.
Right. I mean, but even before we get to that, is it what's too far for us? Do we stay in the living room? When we go in our room, is it too much? Is it too far if we closing our doors? You know what I mean?
See, that's
like, what's too far for us? Is fucking too far?
I'm talking about like hard fucking, like fucking to where they end up playing the Nintendo or the Sega, and they can hear it, they can see it. You know, you coming from the house, from the bedroom to the bathroom, you know, half naked. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting well prepared before you leave out the room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when we talk about what's too far, and guys, there's some ladies in the chat room right now. Tell us about are these actions too far when it comes to a single father having their children over, and the actions that we do. Is it too far to have lady friends over the house when your kids are there? I would say no, but at the same time, it depends on how you go about it. If your children are exposed to it, in there, like you said, of the age that's not necessarily that they can process the information appropriately. Like to see a dad bring in multiple women in and out, or even if it's the same woman, have her coming and going.
Good thing?
When you say good thing, I would say no. I would definitely say no, because a child don't need to see the rotation because it doesn't represent stability to the child's mind, and that the norm becomes rotation.
That's what I was finna say.
But it depends. But I don't want to say the man's shit is too far for the man to do it. I don't think he should expose their child to.
Okay, so say if it's just him, he in a relationship. You know what I mean? He's in a relationship with a woman, you know what I mean? But it's not his kid's mom or anything. Maybe say he's just meeting her, or maybe they've been together for a few months or something. So it's something that might be a little serious. Then maybe is that too far for them to see? And then maybe is that too far for them to see him closing the door? And you know what I mean? Is that too far? I say that's that too far.
And thank you, Cynthia, since Cynthia says she loves watching the show. She meant parents are not the only influence in your child's life.
Right.
So
that's true.
And that kind of goes on with what we're saying right now too. Is it too far to have, like you said, somebody you dating coming in and out the house? But well, if we are influenced as parents, and as Cynthia says, we're not the only influence. Friends are influences. Other role models like celebrities. Also, the people that you date, right? So if you're dating somebody and they're in and out, and I'm subject to this myself, which is why I find this part very sensitive. You are influencing that child's life.
Right.
So you have to be mindful as the parent, as the father, bringing over a woman into the household, because that woman can now influence that child, and the relationship that you have with that woman impacts that child as well. So I wouldn't say it's too far to do it. I just say you got to manage it appropriately if the child is around.
I mean,
would you agree with that?
I kind of do, because in managing appropriately, like, what do you mean? Do you mean like minimal contact? Like she come over, but she don't need to be saying too much to your kids?
I mean,
what you mean by that?
There's so many variables that. And Cynthia says a child needs to be respected just as you need to be respected when it comes to the other relationship.
That's true.
Question is the child ready yet?
As well, so want to be respected with your child, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So to address what she's saying and what you're saying as well, like you have to be mindful of the type of relationship you have with that woman in front of your child. When the child not there, it's not necessarily a sense of something you gotta worry about. But if your child is over there, you need to make sure that once that woman serious, if it ain't serious, you know what I mean. You not. Don't bring that kid around that woman around your kid if it ain't serious. Yeah. Because your child is sitting back like, that's my father. I love him. I have a connection with him.
I wouldn't say don't bring him around. I say
I say don't bring him around. I think it's too far to bring somebody you just getting gang banged off on around your kid. You know what I'm saying?
But if your child don't know that, then you know what I mean. And long as you ain't okay. Say it's a friend that, like,
you'll bring a jump off around your kid.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You'll bring a jump off around your kid.
Bring my jump off around my kid and be in the room with my kid. If I bring him around my kid, maybe we'll be
okay. You know, maybe bring around is the wrong word.
You know what I mean?
I would bring my kid around a jump off, but it wouldn't be like a super intimate moment. Like I say, if I got my kid and we go to the park and I call a jump off, hey, meet me at the park, we're gonna go to the park for a little bit. Right. She can come to the park. Right. While the kid over there playing basketball, man, the jump off over there doing what we doing, and then the jump off go home, and then I leave my son like that. But I wouldn't be like, I call my kid over, hey, jump off, come to the crib and chill and eat some food and watch TV with us or whatever. That's my home. That's food. It's a more intimate setting. So I think it is too far. Depending on what you doing with that kid, what you do with the jump off. So there's certain activities, like come to Kale-Wins. You can bring a jump off to Kale-Wins with the kid, because that's a more festive event versus bringing the jump off to the family cookout.
I do agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So it all depends. It just says you gotta treat your kids like your mom. If she ain't serious, don't bring her home.
Don't bring her home.
She said, treat your kid like your mom. If she's not serious, don't bring the kid home.
I mean, but this hotel rooms cost a lot, bro. They want to see you.
That's what I said. Hotel rooms ain't cheap. When you got a whole house you paying for. But at the same time, is it too far? We got to say, I'm done after each topic. Let's do a vote. What do we say?
For your kids, of course, it is that. That's too far. Yeah.
So let's take a vote. Is it too far or not to bring a jump off around your kid, just in general, around your kid?
I say yes.
Cynthia says kids are smarter these days than you, Isaiah. Give the credit for.
Hey, why they gotta be smarter than me?
Kids are too smarter than what you give them credit for. It is too far bringing another sexual partner around your children. Kids pick up on a lot, especially with the internet teaching them how to pay attention and new things. Israel says it's too far. Cynthia says it's too far. Alicia May says yes, too far. We both agree. It's unanimous. Bringing jump offs around your children is too far. Let's visit back to the other topics. Is it too far? Let's say the age is 10. No, this would get the example is 8. Let's say the age is 8. Is it too far to give your child the nitty-gritty details of why you broke up with their mama? Is it too far to give them the nitty-gritty details? I say at 8, yes. I say 8 is too far to give them the nitty-gritty details.
I mean, I say give them the details just as long as you ain't being derogatory and, you know what I mean, downgraded. You could give details just as long as you ain't talking down on them.
All right. Israel says it's too soon, so she agrees that's too far. We haven't gotten the other people in the chat, but for the most part, it seems like we all kind of agree that it is too far to go too deep off on the details when it comes to talking about the breakup with their parent. Now as far as the breakup with their parent, I'm gonna flip the switch around a little bit more and talk about the opposite. When is it too far to start paying more attention to your children than you pay attention to your spouse? What's the line? What's that line we draw, or that line we cross? Let's say you and the mom are together, and y'all raising children. When does it become too far to put the children as the priority or the woman as priority? What's the balance there? What's too far? Let's say you and her are working on growing your relationship, but the kids need help with, let's say, this life in general. Is it too far to put your relationship on hold with the woman while you tend to your children? Now, I know we can do both at the same time, but we trying to figure out this line. We're like, what's talking about this line down the middle? What's too far to do? Like, can you have a healthy relationship trying to tend to the children while neglecting the spouse? Is that possible?
Oh, you can never neglect your spouse. I feel, or you should never neglect your spouse. You know what I mean? You shouldn't neglect your kids as well, but I feel like it's a balance. You know what I mean? You have to find a balance in between, because you don't want to just be babying your child and just tending to every little, you know what I mean?
True
you
that.
want your kids to figure things out, figure life out for themselves. So some things you want them to do on their own. When they need you to be there, and you know what I mean, when you see that you need to be there, then that's when you should be there.
Right,
but you should always attend to your spouse.
So you don't think it's too far to let's say your kids need your attention as far as learning how to. He's playing sports now. He needs your attention to teach him how to block. He wants to be the number one left tackle in the state. Right. He don't know nothing about football, right. So he need a lot of attention, right, because this is new to him. But your spouse needs you. Now you work all day, and you get home from work. And your spouse needs your attention, but now because you've been at work all day and it's the only time you got before you go to bed or before lunchtime to work with your child, do you say, "Baby, hold on, I gotta teach Junior some things every day after school"? You know, is it too far to go ahead to go in on your child, to give them the production that they need, the training that they need to become a great football player, while leaving your spouse on the hold on type tip?
See, what you don't put nobody on the hold on tip. Because
So how do you manage the two though? It's not. You saying it's not too far?
You have multiple days in the week. You know what I mean? So you devote a day. You know what I mean? To getting your kid right, and then you say, look, this is the day.
But we all know.
No, you say this is the day for me and your mom. You know what I mean? I don't care what y'all got going on. You got your day. I give you your time on your day. This is her day. You know what I mean? As well as this is my day for her to, you know what I mean, represent and be with me. So you have to divide the time up evenly and ration out. You know what I mean? That's all I see. But I don't know. I guess we lost Midway. He shall return, but I'm here with you guys. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't think that you have to devote that much time to your child. You know what I mean? If they're a needy child, you kind of get them through what they need help with. But you also
we black.
You also devote your time to your spouse as well. And I don't have a spouse, so I'm just merely speaking on my thoughts. You know.
So you saying it is, in a sense, you are saying that it's too far to devote too much time to your children. Definitely. And not paying attention to your spouse.
And the other way around. It's too far to devote too much time to your spouse as well as to your kids.
This is a wonderful topic because there are people out there in this world who have spouses that may be feeling neglected for whatever reason. We talking about cheering, but matter of fact, before I go on, let me just read something. I'm on a website called verywellfamily.com, right? Verywellfamily.com has an article, and the article is titled, let me check on this real quick. The article is titled 33 Things It's Time to Stop Doing to Your Kids Right Now. And one of the topics that they have, 33, you know, Jesus was 33. We hood around here, we drink and eat on the show. Out of Walmart cups.
You want some?
But Very Well Family says have a topic in this article called neglecting your marriage, right? I'm gonna read these two paragraphs. It's easy to become so focused on raising your kids and taking care of them and making sure they're happy that you neglect that you neglect one of your most important relationships, your marriage. Nurture your partnership by planning date nights together, connecting with them each and every day, taking the time to talk before turning in at night. It's also important for your kids to see you doing things together, so regularly make time for your partner, even if it's just sitting on the couch and talking. Making sure your kids know that this is your special time together and that they should refrain from interrupting if at all possible. Your kid needs to know that your marriage is a priority. So this verywellfamily.com is kind of saying it is too far to be with your... Oh, do we got this part? Let me switch cameras. I don't know if this... Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Are we back? I think we had a little technical difficulty right now. How long was we paused, y'all, in the chat? How long was we paused? Not too long. It's still paused again. I know we run into some technical difficulty. I gotta clear this cache on this car on this laptop, man. It's probably we got. All right, sorry about that, y'all. We had like a little a little issue. What happened during the little break? I read an article, a couple paragraphs from an article on verywellfamily.com.
They got the gist of it.
Yeah. So basically, verywellfamily.com is kind of agreeing with it's too far to tend to your children too much while neglecting your family. It says it's easy to become focused on raising your kids and taking care of them and making sure that they're happy that you neglect one of the most important things in your relationship, which is your marriage or your partnership. Basically, they says take time to go on dates, sit and talk on the couch, plan special time with you and your spouse, and also let the kids be aware that they should not interfere with this if at all possible during this time.
I mean, but you ain't gotta let them know that shit. You don't allow them to interfere with it. You know what I mean? Just get the hell away from them kids. Lock them out. Hell.
See, I lock my kids outside. My baby mama told me that I'm evil.
Outside,
you know what I'm saying?
Lock them out the bedroom. They ain't gotta come in your room. Yeah, lock them out. Sometimes you gotta soundproof shit, you know, throw a little soundproof.
That boy over here,
you know what I mean?
You can tell he done this before. You can tell he a pro at this shit right here.
I mean, hey.
Israel says, we got to compromise and work together and have that understanding initially so we don't run into that. Leisha May says, yes, because men will still expect a woman to work, come home, cook, clean, do homework, and still be a stripper in the bedroom.
She damn well better be. What the hell you mean?
Yeah. Nah, Leisha May, do you really feel like men really expect our women to do all of that, then come home while simultaneously not wanting to do that ourselves? You think men are selfish like that?
Yeah, we are, bro.
We are selfish like that?
Yeah, we are, bro.
You or we as men?
We.
Cause I ain't got no problem working hard and then coming home and working hard with hard work.
Yeah.
Goddamn, you know?
Yeah, but is you gonna, hold on, what she say? Is you gonna cook, clean?
Well, first of all,
clean.
Look, she said,
is you gonna be a stripper?
Be a stripper in the bed.
All that?
First of all, if I'm gonna be a stripper in the bedroom, it better be ones raining from the sky. I better hear some DJ Quick or some DJ Esco.
Okay.
I also better feel like I'm leaving up out of there with a bag full of money that ain't gonna get reported to the IRS. I gotta feel like that. Okay. If I don't feel like I done made her come up, I ain't going down.
Okay, say no more.
She says, put them to bed at certain times every night. Listen, man. Very Well Family says you need to focus on your spouse and make sure your kids understand that this is our special time and you ain't interrupting that.
Yeah.
So for all you ladies out there who feel like you ain't getting what you need from your man, put them kids to bed. Put them goddamn kids in front of some TV or something and come tend to your man. Because we feeling like y'all going too far.
And stop
doing all
melatonin in them damn kids, man.
Hey, hold up. Say it again. Oh.
Melatonin in them damn kids.
Yo, you striking a nerve. Stop melatonin in them kids all day. Melatonin in them kids up.
You
got the kids. Mama, I can't keep my head all the way up.
My eyes won't stay open.
My eyes heavy, ma. My eyes been lifting weights and feel like.
Yeah, man.
Look,
but just put them at a certain time and don't let them sleep all day.
Yeah, Leisha May going in right now. Leisha May talking about put them kids to bed at a certain time every night, right? Are you cooking, cleaning, helping with the homework, and then ready to perform after a 10-hour shift? Man, you talking to somebody who used to work. Let me looking at.
Look, you kids don't want me to help.
You talking to somebody.
We all getting F's if I'm helping.
Who used to work 68 hours a week. 12-hour shifts Monday through Friday. 8 hours on Saturday. Some Sundays. Like, this ain't nothing new to me.
Nothing new.
Now, granted, I ain't had nobody to go home to, but at the same time, I was ready to do it. I was ready to work all them hours, then come home and do all that stuff you talking about.
Man,
so
you wasn't ready to come home, cook.
What? I made sandwiches.
Okay, well.
I made bologna sandwiches. Okay. I made goddamn.
Did the blah.
You know, I didn't even fry. I just put the bologna on the bread. Goddamn, just went to the side. I said, ooh, you know, I said, I'm over cold, boy. I've been locked up the same time. I'm used to a cold bologna sandwich now. Let's talk about it.
Man, yeah.
But we get silly, man. But at the same time, though, I think it is going too far if you start neglecting your spouse to make sure the kids are straight. But let's do it in reverse. Is it too far to pay too much attention? What to do? Pay attention to your spouse and not taking time for your children?
No, you have to find a balance. You know what I mean? You have to find a balance. Your spouse deserves time as well as your kids deserve time. You know what I mean? And you have to find that balance. And you got to make sure each one understands. So you can't have your spouse getting too jealous of the time that you give with your kids. And you can't have your kids getting too jealous with the time that you give to your spouse. Because each got to understand that they get their time. You know what I mean? As well as it shouldn't just be one parent that's devoting time to children. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Both parents should be devoting that time to the child, so they shouldn't feel left out or feel neglected. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I'm gonna switch up the topic a little bit, and we're gonna round the show out, man. Well, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning into the show tonight, because you didn't have to, man. And this show won't grow unless y'all come up and show up and show out, man.
Yes, sir.
Spread the word. Every time you see this show pump comes on, hit that share button. Put it on your page. Send it out about 3, 4, 5 times, man. Even if you got 1 friend or 1,000 friends, as long as y'all out here sharing it, the message will get out, the show will get out, and we'll be able to grow and be competing on them top platforms, man. I feel like this show is a great staple. Can become a great staple in the community, man. Because my whole goal with this show,
at least if it could be a thumbtack, if not a staple.
If it ain't gonna be this nigga here, I swear to God. Thumbtack. If it ain't no staple, it might be. I'm trying to be a nail. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a nail.
Okay. Why not be a screw then?
You know, because a screw even better. A screw can't come out. You know. Yeah, and if I can't screw, I'm gonna have to screw.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, I really want this show, man, to grow and become something big, because my whole goal with this, man, I hate that fatherhoods and fathers are overlooked in our society, man. I also hate that it's perceived that a lot of our kids are out there growing up without their dads and influence or being in their lives on a regular basis, and that's what I really want to change. So guys, please spread this message, spread this show out there, get it out there, please. Give us feedback on the show if you think we can do better. If you got other topics you want us to cover, please give us that in the chat. Hit the page up.
Did join us, man.
Yep.
Thank y'all, man.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all
for coming and joining us. Appreciate you.
And before we leave, I want to let y'all know that, man, go to the Facebook page, type up content. I mean, if you want us to cover certain topics, please post it on the Facebook page. But I'm this last topic, man. I had a current event topic about this in a sense, but I'm gonna bring it back to something that's a little older. Remember back in the day, what was about a year ago or so, T.I. had his daughter. He went to the doctor, the gynecologist, with his daughter to have her hymen checked to see if she was still a virgin.
I don't know what a hymen is yet.
we popping a chair. You know what I'm saying? You're going up in that thing.
I thought
basically.
That you hit me. The Heimlich.
Oh, the hymen, remember that?
Heimlich.
Not the hymen. I thought it was a goddamn trophy. I thought he was going to go see she had the trophy.
Heisman.
The Heisman. I thought it was the Heisman. But he went up in the doctor with her to check to see if she had her Heisman goddamn fixed. Yo, do y'all think? Oh, thank you, Cynthia. She enjoyed you guys. I got one more topic, then we're gonna be getting up out of here within the next 5 minutes or so. Do you think T.I. went too far with his daughter? I forgot how old she was. She probably maybe like 14, 15. I don't know. You think he went too far by going to the doctor to check to see if her hymen had been broken, to see if she was still a virgin? Yeah, I need to look up how old she was too.
As well as I think he went too far doing that. I think he went too far posting that shit. Like, wow, why are you telling the people that you did that? We only know because you told us. You know what I mean? Shit, keep that shit to yourself. Maybe you as a parent felt that wasn't too far. Okay, maybe it wasn't too far, but you ain't gotta post to the world that that's what you're going to do.
Right.
Hey.
Okay, so this might be like a little plot twist to it too. She's 18. She was 18 at the time. Is that too old that she was 8? Damn, you checking to see if your 18-year-old daughter?
Hey, she did good, bro.
Hey, if you made it 18 and you ain't been bust down, like
good.
That's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
that's good parenting.
Yeah.
Well, damn, I didn't think about that.
That's good.
A topic for you: how would you talk to your child about a breakup from their mother? How do you talk to your child about a breakup from their mother? Well, the only ones who really been asking are my 2 oldest, and they over 10. You know, they teenagers, so they know the truth. They know what it is. You know, they get the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too much in detail about what the specifics were on those breakups, but my children definitely get the raw form. The raw sugar, you know, from that. Ain't no thing with a chicken wing on the string. Israel says, I agree. He could have kept it private. Did she agree to it, or was it forced? Right. I'm gonna get to that. Well, go ahead. So what you about to say, bro?
I mean, is responding to Cynthia discussing the breakup with my kids. I just keep it real with them, and me and my baby mamas ain't. We were before, but we ain't too toxic no more. You know what I mean? So it's kind of easy now versus when you toxic around your kids, it leads to a lot of questions. You know what I mean? Damn, why they always arguing? Why they always fussing and yelling at each other? So, you know, when you ain't that toxic around your kids, it's less questions you gotta answer. You know what I mean? Less you got to explain. But I keep giving them when I do explain it to them. Give them just tell them.
I agree. I think we need to be more candid with our children once they hit a certain age. I say 10. What do you think the certain age is to become candid and stop to where it's not too far to give them the raw? I say 10.
I don't know. I say probably about 12.
About 12?
12
About 12?
13, yeah. 12, maybe 13. 10, you still in that childish mode. You know what I mean?
Oh, they on that. They on this TI in the chat. They talking about. Israel talking about. I agree. He could have kept it private. Did she agree to it or whether forced? And Alicia May says probably had something to do with the money and. Yo, y'all ain't.
It probably had something.
Oh, you ain't. Look, something just happened in the studio, man. Listen. God, it probably had something to do with that bowel movement, that expounding of gaseous behavior coming up out there. Probably had something to do with money in reference to the T.I. topic.
Yeah, gas.
Cynthia says 5 act and think like she 12. Cynthia act and think like she 12.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 12. You say that the age is 12. She say the age is 12. You know.
Yeah, 12.
We talking about what's up at the same time. We talking about what's 2 years, what's the age? I say 10. You say 12.
Maybe 12, 13.
12, 13. Cynthia say 12, 13. As far as to be candid, when it's not too far to be candid.
Yeah.
The Ti thing, just to touch on that real quick.
Say even with that candidness, I say without being downgraded. You know what I mean? That's my whole stance.
I don't
downgrading. Really say age. I just say long as you ain't degrading and downgrading.
Okay, okay. Alicia may say 16, and when you give them the honesty, they too by 16 they don't give a damn. They out here in these streets. At 16, they who they gonna be for another 5, 6, 7 years. They don't really care about y'all. They out here fucking. They ain't thinking about nothing. You got to do what they dad or their mama.
They ain't. You don't goddamn come.
You know what I'm saying? They hoping y'all stay fighting so y'all can always be gone, so they have more time to themselves in the room. They ain't worrying about what you got to say. It's too late. If you talking about 12, I think it's damn near too late because they feeling that's 6th grade, that's 6th, 7th grade damn near. They starting to feel it, so they ain't 16 is over with. And then last but not least, Israel says when they are mentally ready. Damn, we gotta get some fellas in the chat. We got fellas that watch the show, and I know y'all be watching because y'all hit me up. Fellas, come in the chat, holla, talk to these women in this chat, because it's a whole bunch of feminine energy in this damn chat room, and we don't have no male perspectives coming in from the people during the live show.
We do appreciate you.
We definitely appreciate all y'all coming through, man. Before we end the show, man, thank you guys for tuning in. If you need to follow the page, man, go on Facebook, go on YouTube, type in SPMediaTV, hit the playlist. I'm gonna play a quick video and you can watch what I'm talking about. I don't know if I got it's gonna show my audio. Yeah, I had to play that quick video. That's how you find us on YouTube right now, because we ain't got the views, we ain't got the followers and all that. Make sure you guys go to YouTube, type in SPMediaTV, hit the page button, go to the playlist, and find the Fathers Day Show playlist on YouTube. Also, please subscribe. We need you guys to follow the Facebook page, subscribe to the Facebook page, like the Facebook page, as well as
like us,
the
damn
YouTube
it, like
page.
us.
We need you guys to do that if you get a chance. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. It's free to follow, free to like, free to subscribe, and definitely free to share, because we're trying to get this content out there. We think anything that you guys do, we appreciate all of that. Thank you guys for tuning in. We come in every Sunday. Start time's supposed to be at 7:30, but we start at 8 because we niggas, man. You know, we niggas.
Hey, look, we still trying to get this thing together, man. It's new, you know what I mean? It's fresh out the womb.
You know, out the womb.
It's fresh out the womb.
Why ass show?
Fresh out the womb.
You know, we still eating baby food over here. You know what I'm talking about? So we appreciate all y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We out of here, man.
Still on the breast milk.
Good night, Cynthia. Good night, Israel. Good night, Alicia May. Good night, all the people that tune in and watch out as the show was posted up. Thank you guys. Not just any day, man.
It's Father's
Day, and we out of here, baby. Pew, we go.